Hi, and welcome to Global Studies with Miss Pritchard. This video is for Global 1 students. It's vocab number 5. It will cover early empires. It goes with chapters 4 and 7. All right, remember you have two options for recording your vocabulary, flashcards and your notebook. And I want to remind you, you should really listen to the definitions one time. It helps you remember. Just copying them will not get them stuck in your memory. Trust me on it. All right, we are starting with review terms. We have to review the definition of empire. It is a large area with one government controlling many cultures. That is where one culture goes out and it conquers more and more and more territory, so they start to control peoples that are not the same culture as them. So it really encourages cultural diffusion, and depending on how the government of the empire behaves, it can be a good thing or a bad thing. So it can lead to peace and prosperity, or it can lead to a lot more war. You only need to write this down if you didn't complete vocab number 3. And before midterms, I will be checking that you have all of the vocabulary words written down in one place, so you might want to make sure you have that going on if you haven't been doing that right along. All right, we're going to start with number 75, Nubia. That is a region of Africa around the Upper Nile River. It is south of what we consider the civilization of Egypt. It is home to the Kush and the Aksum empires. 76 is Ramses II, one of the longest ruling pharaohs in history. He ruled for 66 years, including during the exodus of the Hebrews, led by Moses. He is known as Ramses the Great, or the Great Ancestor. And remember, his mummy is on display in the Cairo Egyptian Museum. So if you ever go to Cairo, you could go see his mummy. 77, Kush. That is the Nubian Empire that ruled Egypt after they drove the Libyans out. Meroe was the capital of the Kush Empire and the center of the iron trade. That is where they got their money from. The Assyrians. The Assyrians were a powerful and militaristic empire that controlled ancient Mesopotamia. They're also very intolerant, and that is what's going to lead to their downfall, which you read about in chapter 4. Nineveh was the Assyrian capital on the Tigris River. 81 is Nebuchadnezzar. He is the Chaldean king that rebuilt Babylon after conquering the Assyrians. He also is the one who let the Hebrews go free. You might notice a theme here. They get captured and enslaved quite a bit. Persians. The Persia was an empire centered in present-day Iran, and they end up conquering Mesopotamia as well. Key here, they are not an Arab culture. If you call a Persian an Arab, you are insulting them. Just like Americans don't want to be called Canadians, same type of deal. They do not want to be confused. All right, 83, Cyrus. He was a Persian king that establishes the empire. Darius is the Persian emperor during the Golden Age. The Royal Road, that is a road system throughout the Persian Empire. It enables travel, trade, and rapid communication. You can also read between the lines there and see that their army can move quickly and easily. The Royal Road was pretty cool in that it had rest stops every 2 to 3 miles, complete with tents and an oasis so you could get water, and think of it a lot like the Thruway today. 86 is Zoroaster. He was a Persian prophet who preached an early type of monotheism. He said the world is caught in a conflict between good and evil, and in the end you are judged on how well you fought for one side or the other. China. 87 is the period of warring states. That is the end of the Zhou dynasty when China was in chaos, and that is why all of the philosophies developed then. 88, Confucius, Chinese philosopher. Society works best when everyone has a place and follows the 5 relationships. This is the basis of Chinese civil service and Chinese culture even to this day. 89, Confucianism. That is a belief system or philosophy that focuses on following the 5 relationships to maintain order. If you want some extra credit, turn in an itemized list of the 5 relationships. 90, filial piety. That is respect for parents and ancestors. It is the basis of Confucianism. Bureaucracy. That is trained civil servants that run government offices. And along with bureaucracy is the belief that you should have trained people running the government and that is how the government runs efficiently. More on China. Laozi is another Chinese philosopher. He is credited with developing Taoism. There's not as much documentation about him, so there are questions about whether he was a single person or not. 93, Taoism. That is a belief system or philosophy that encourages harmony with nature. Legalism is a political philosophy that encourages strict rules and harsh punishments to maintain order. The leader that took advantage of that is Emperor Qin, or Shi Huangdi, the first emperor of China. He followed the legalist philosophy, and he develops an autocracy. That is a government with unlimited power and arbitrary rules. Arbitrary means it goes by the whim of whoever's in charge. So say you're not allowed to wear blue, but maybe the leader really likes the person who's wearing blue, so they'll change the rules just to fit that. It makes it very hard to know what to do because it's inconsistent. All right, remember to find an image for each word and draw or paste it into your notes for the 100. And if you show me the notes before the due date, then you get bonus points.